Hello everyone, my name is Steve Power and I'm a solution consultant at Pegasus Software. Thank you for taking time to listen to this short video on making tax digital and the implications this will have to businesses within the UK that have to submit VAT returns to HMRC. I hope you find the information we're going to share with you is useful in understanding the new rules that HMRC are introducing. What I'm intending to cover in this video is, firstly, I'll take you through an explanation of what making tax digital is all about. Where's it come from? What is being introduced? When does it come into force? And what businesses will have to do to comply with this new legislation. Obviously, when new legislation comes into force, then this will have implications to both our Opera 3 and our Opera 3 SQL Server Edition customers. So let me take you through what those implications are and how you should look at planning for these changes. I will conclude this video by discussing where you can find out more information about this subject. I'll point you in the right direction to get additional information about making tax digital. So, what is the background to making tax digital and where did it come from? Making Tax Digital was an initiative that was announced in George Osborne's March 2015 budget and is part of HMRC's goal to implement a digital revolution into the tax system. They see making tax digital as fundamental in transforming the tax administration so that it is more effective, more efficient, easier for taxpayers to get their tax right. To support this initiative, it was announced in the autumn 2015 spending review that 1.3 billion would be reinvested by the government to transform HMRC into one of the most digitally advanced tax administrations in the world. HMRC also believe that businesses and agents see the benefits of digitisation, and it's true to say that millions of businesses are already banking, paying bills and interacting with their customers or suppliers online, and many are already using accounting software that digitally processes those invoices and payments, which has eliminated many of the old style paper-based processes. HMRC say that the majority of their customers want to get their tax payments right. But they also say that the tax gap figures for 2016-17 show that many find this hard. They make avoidable mistakes which cost the Exchequer over 9 billion a year. They believe that there is improved accuracy that comes with digital record keeping built into accounting software products. And the fact that this information can be sent directly to HMRC from those digital records will avoid transposition errors. This will reduce the amount of tax lost caused by these avoidable errors. As a result of this analysis, HMRC have mandated that VAT registered businesses with a taxable turnover above the VAT threshold of £85,000 a year must keep digital VAT records and must send VAT returns using Making Tax Digital compatible software. This comes into force from 1st of April 2019. So, let me take you through what those implications are and how you should look at planning for these changes. An interesting statistic from HMRC is that 87% of all VAT returns are submitted using HMRC software. This is predominantly via the HMRC online legacy system, which allows users to log in and manually enter their VAT figures. As just mentioned, HMRC have mandated that from April 2019, all VAT registered businesses with a turnover above the VAT threshold will be required to maintain digital records and send their VAT returns to HMRC online. And I quote them, through Making Tax Digital functionally compatible software. You will no longer be able to enter your VAT figures manually on the HMRC website. You must use software to make those submissions. What is meant by saying that companies will need to keep digital records? For Pegasus customers, it simply means using our accounting software. You record your sales and purchase invoices into the software, detail the relevant VAT code, and the rest of the digital requirement is maintained specifically by the software. Making Tax Digital does not require you to keep additional records for VAT, merely that they are recorded digitally within software. These digital records will include, for each supply, the date of supply, i.e. the tax point date, the value of the supply, net value excluding VAT, and the rate of VAT charged. Additional information about the business is required, such as the business name, address, as well as a VAT registration number, but these are already stored in the Pegasus software, so there is no additional requirement on Pegasus customers. The software already performs this function for you. Okay, So what is meant by saying that companies need to submit their VAT returns via MTD compatible software? HMRC will not be offering its own software products, but it will provide the application programming interfaces, APIs, that commercial software developers such as Pegasus are using to develop and integrate with the HMRC systems. An API is software that links two or more software programs together, allowing them to exchange data. From April 2019, software which prepares a VAT return to send to HMRC must be MTD compatible. This means that it can integrate with the HMRC systems to submit those VAT returns to HMRC. From an Opera 3 SQL SE perspective, we'll be standing down the current online filing manager and replace this with a new MTD VAT API. This new program set has a security profile that allows the customer to authorize Opera 3 to access their organization's VAT data held by HMRC via this MTD VAT API. It will allow the submission of the VAT returns to HMRC via these new protocols. The information contained with the Making Tax Digital VAT return will be generated by pulling information from the digital records maintained within Opera 3. This information will be used to populate the 9 boxes required for the VAT return. We are also implementing the ability to consolidate VAT information together from multiple Opera 3 companies and send that as one submission to HMRC. This is not just a solution to submit the VAT return, it will also retrieve information from the HMRC, such as details of the next VAT period where a submission is due to be sent. It is intended that this software will be available for you to install from February 2019. Now remember, we said it starts on the 1st of April 2019. What HMRC actually means by that is it starts for your first VAT return period beginning on or after the 1st of April 2019. As an example, if you submit quarterly VAT returns and your VAT period starts on the 1st of March 2019, then that VAT quarter will end on the 31st of May. And you would submit that VAT return within 5 weeks using the existing system. Your next quarterly VAT period will then start on the 1st of June, and this will run through to the 31st of August 2019. You will therefore submit that quarterly VAT return within 5 weeks. This will be submitted online using the new MTD VAT API software. Essentially, you will need to switch over from the old VAT return system to the new MTD VAT return system prior to sending in the June to August VAT return. So switching on the new MTD VAT API will be based on the date of your VAT periods. Within Opera 3, there is an option within the software to switch from the current online filing manager submissions to the new MTD VAT API submissions. Remember, I said earlier that the new MTD VAT API will be available to you to install from February 2019. It can be installed at any time from that date because it allows the existing online filing manager to submit your VAT returns under the current system, and when you're at the point in your VAT period end where the submission has to be made under the new MTD rules, then you would simply switch the software to use the new MTD VAT API. Please note, however, the deadlines for sending VAT returns and the deadlines for making those payments to HMRC are not changing. It is just the mechanism by which you notify HMRC about those figures and how those figures are collated, which is changing. So where do you go to get further information on Making Tax Digital? Here at Pegasus, we are providing our customers with access to a whole host of information about Making Tax Digital. So if you go onto the Pegasus website, pegasus.co.uk, and go to the Customer Zone, I'm going into Software, Customer Zone, Making Tax Digital. Here are a number of links that provide you with access to useful information about Making Tax Digital. This overview to Making Tax Digital is a great introduction to the topic. It explains why Making Tax Digital is being introduced, the next steps you need to take, and a roadmap and timeline for its implementation, plus a whole range of other useful links. This HMRC VAT notice of Making Tax Digital for VAT gives a detailed description of what Making Tax Digital is all about, including details about digital record keeping, examples of how to digitally handle supplies made, supplies received, adjustments, correcting errors. These MTD consultations provide a host of background information on the topic of making tax digital, including simplifying tax for unincorporated businesses, tax administration, and an overview of making tax digital for small businesses, self-employed, landlords, and so on. This page on our website is being updated frequently, so I would recommend that you go back and visit it on a regular basis. Another place to look for information would be on the government website, so go to gov.uk and search for Making Tax Digital. There are many references on that website to Making Tax Digital, providing a whole perspective on the subject from what is being planned, why, how it is being rolled out, through to those who are affected, the timeline, and so on. And of course you could discuss this with your Pegasus partner. Many of our partners have communication plans in place to inform their customers of the changes that are coming down the road, and arranging with their customers as to how and when they're going to install the relevant upgrades to make their customers Making Tax Digital compliant. So please do not hesitate to give them a call. They'll be more than happy to discuss this subject with you. Pegasus emails out the Pegasus Outlook newsletter to our customers. This covers many different topics, and of course we will have articles on Making Tax Digital. So keep an eye out for this newsletter. If you don't get this newsletter, then let your Pegasus partner know. They can have your name added to the mailing list. And finally, it just remains for me to say thank you for your time spent watching this video. I hope you found what I've covered here both interesting and informative. Thank you.